Hey guys, this is Patty B within the hauler. I got another firearm I'd like to share with y'all. This is the Ruger Wrangler, chambered in 22 LR. Let's go ahead and make sure she's clear and clear. Yeah, the Ruger Wrangler is a single action only, cowboy style revolver chambered in the venerable 22 long rifle. Although they do make these, I think, in the Super Wrangler with cylinders that are capable of 22 mag. But this is just a standard Wrangler that is 22 long rifle only. The Wrangler's kind of like the budget line to the old school Ruger single six that they've made for a long time, and those are fine guns. I've owned one before, and but they're not super cheap. So I think that's where the Wrangler comes in. Not really to compete with the single six line, I wouldn't think. Probably more to compete with the Heritage Manufacturing 22, because these are pretty darn cheap. They cost, I think I paid $120 for this. The Rugers tend to run about $200, but you can catch them on sale. I got this on a Black Friday deal, 150 bucks. So for that kind of price, no way I could pass that up. So we'll take it out and see how it shoots, for a budget revolver, and we'll compare it against the the Heritage over there just to see how they compare. But this version's got a 4.6-inch Colt Hammerford barrel, and it weighs 30 ounces exactly on my scale. We'll hit some of the features on this. The grips right here, just some standard plastic. Got some decent checkering and texture on it. Feel pretty good in your hand. I think this lower frame down here is some unknown, cast alloy. The cylinder frame is aluminum, and of course the cylinder and barrel are steel. The trigger on this, like I said, single action only, like every other cowboy gun. So you have to manually cock it to pull the trigger. And as you can see there, it's a transfer bar style, so it's drop safe. Sights on this, about like every other peacemaker looking single action pistol, where it's just got a gutter in the rear and a blacked out post in the front. Pretty simple, pretty easy, just made to look like you got an 1873 Colt, except for it's in 22, and cheap to shoot, cheap to buy. The cylinder loading gate, you just open it up and then you can spin your cylinder. This doesn't really have a half cock, which a lot of those use. You put it on half cock to spin your cylinder, but you don't have to on this. You just open the gate and then you can spin it. These pistols are kind of cool just because, I always thought these were the best to give to, to kids, because they want to blast through a bunch of ammo. But you give them this and, well, it takes forever to shoot a ton of ammo just for the manual of arms of loading. Just to load it, you open up your gate and then you put one at a time. It's got 6 chambers. You load one at a time, close it up, shoot all 6. And then you have to open it back up. And right here, you've got your ejector rod, line it up, and you eject one at a time. So it takes a pretty good bit of time to go through 6 rounds, which kind of slows you down and makes each round count a little more, or should. But yeah, just a fun way to have a budget blasting day, shoot a bunch of 22, not spend a whole lot of money. So I haven't shot this yet, so pretty excited about it. Get to go out, shoot a bunch of ammo. It's not going to cost a whole lot of money, and then I'll come back in and tell you my thoughts on this thing. Now, let's go ring some steel. All right, we got some Remington Golden bullets, just the bucket of bullets, the cheap stuff. Let's take our first shots with the Wrangler, see how she does. Kind of see the slow reloading process, but it's part of the fun shooting these old style guns. Just a whole lot of fun. Yeah, shooting pretty good. The sights are close, hitting the point of impact. It's going to be a fun day. All right, move back about 15 yards, see what we can do. All right, off to a good start, shooting pretty well. Sights are pretty close to being on. Trigger, it's all right for single action. Not great, but you know, for a budget gun, more than does the job. Let's try the 25-yard plate. All right, had one miss in there, but shooting pretty good and just a whole lot of fun. There's nothing better than 22s. Let's try that 40-yard plate. All right, not bad. 6 out of 6. Just a whole lot of fun, man. I love shooting 22. I can do it all day, and I'm going to do it all day. All right, back inside from shooting the Ruger Wrangler. Make sure she's empty. And yeah, you know, just a blast to shoot. A whole lot of fun. $150. You know, I just don't know how you could beat it. You know, 22s are, it's the best cartridge to get you know, a new shooter, a young shooter, you know, into the game, just because you know, they're not real loud, they don't have any recoil, cheap to shoot, and just so much fun. You know, this is probably the least intimidating, you know, pistol you can get. Only holds 6 rounds, single action only, and just a blast. So, 0 issues with this. I mean, I think we might have put 200 rounds through it, you know, just because it's so slow shooting, and, you know, we were shooting other stuff. But yeah, 0 issues, which, you know, you wouldn't really expect any. But, you know, how does it compare to, you know, its competition? So the, you know, the Heritage Rough Rider, it also is a budget. I think this thing was 120 bucks if I remember right. And it had a couple little issues right off the beginning. Like the first couple cylinders, the cylinder got kind of sticky, and then it wore itself in. Has been 100% since then. Definitely not a bad pistol, especially for what you pay for it. The Ruger, to me, the fit and finish seems a little bit nicer. It feels a little more quality. But to me, the biggest thing is, you know, the Rough Rider safety is, to me, is just an abomination. And I just even hate looking at it. It's so terrible. You know, this thing does not need a safety, and it's plastic. Still not a bad gun. Still fun to shoot. Actually, to me, this has a little bit better trigger than this one. But if I'm going to choose between these two, and there's only $50 to $70 difference, I would go with the Wrangler. But if all you can afford is the Heritage, you know, you're still going to have a great time with it. You just have to put up with this hideousness right here. So yeah, Ruger Wrangler. Just a whole lot of fun, and I think once my grandson gets old enough, this is probably going to be his first pistol. So, well, there you go, guys. Ruger Wrangler 22 long rifle. Y'all have a nice day.